All right, this is a demo of the Datris Market Intelligence Agent that I put together couple weeks ago. Just updated to include data feeds, supporting data feeds, which we call taps on the Datris platform. Basically, this here's how you set it up and run it. And what it does is it actually uses these four data sources. It'll generate basically source code, Python scripts to pull data from each one of these data sources. Then it'll take those scripts and it'll register what we call taps in the Datris platform. It'll register taps for each one. So we'll have 4 taps. Then it'll also create 4 different pipelines for each source. We have Federal Reserve, Y Finance, CoinGecko, and SEC Edgar. So I'm going to go ahead and run this here. And if we go back over here, let's run the Datris-AI agents. We can see that it already connected to the MCP server and created pipelines, 4 pipelines, and 4 taps for each of the data sources. Okay. Now let's bring up the UI for this on 8001. There we go. Okay, so this is the UI for the app. Just going to bring it over here so we can see both sides. Now I'm going to basically there's canned questions here, but you can do anything you want. I have canned questions that we created for like a macro environment. Questions they would ask. So if I ask, what is the current macro picture? Now, what it's doing is it's actually going out, it's running that tap. It's telling the platform to go ahead and run the tap, get data. And then it's going to wait. If you go over here, you can see it communicating. It ran the tap. Now it's determining if the pipeline has been updated. And you can actually drill into these if you want and see, what was sent, what was received. It's still getting the data on the Datris pipeline, and the agent is just monitoring what's going on here. Should pull it in a second here. There it is. The data's here. It basically uses the metadata tools to actually query what's there. And you can see it got the data back, and it gives you the full macro picture as of today. Actually, as of Friday, it looks like. So now if I do another question, crypto, and you can see it pulled the Federal Reserve data up here in the right-hand corner. So let's do this is crypto confirming risk on trade equities. And again, it's what it's doing is it's using the equities tap and the crypto tap. And over here, you can see it's running both of those in the agent monitor. And it will try to get data for both of those. The platform is ingesting the data. So you can go over here to the ingestion tab, and you actually can see what's going on here. So it's already succeeded here in retrieving that data. So it should be coming in soon here. Let's see, agents. So it's checking the pipeline status. Crypto's done waiting on equities, so it's going to check that next. Both tables are live, querying both simultaneously. It says they're all text columns, which by default, Datris will do that. So now it's going to do the proper query on both tables. And there you go. So it gives a status on that. And you can see we've got 3 of the 4 taps and pipelines that have been ingested. The only one left is SEC filings. Let me bring up one of the SEC filings from Big Tech. Let's send that. It's going to go ahead and run that tap. You can see it's running it over here. It's going to refresh the SEC filings. And you could basically ask any question you want here, and it would try to, even build its own pipeline, build its own tap and pipeline and register it with the agent. Okay, it's going to query the table directly. Now, this is interesting. It says basically the tap is a data quality issue. So this is kind of cool. What it's going to do is going to try to fix it. So the agent's doing all this. We didn't really program that into the agent, but the agent is determining the data is wrong. It's going to replace it. So it's deleted the existing tap, created a new one. Now it's calling a test tap tool to make sure the tap actually works. Now it's going to run it and get the pipeline status. Okay, now it's running it for real. Got to increase this number of steps in there. And there it is with the proper data. So it actually deleted the tap, created a new one with the proper script, registered it, and ran it, and got the correct response. So that's pretty much our demo here.